Dear students, today I am going to introduce new chapter of geometry, that is circles. First of all, we have to go through all the terms related to circles. What do you mean by circle? Okay, open your classwork copy and note down all the things, all the related terms of circles. Circles. If a point moves in such a way that the distance of the moving point from a fixed point remains same, then the path traced out by the moving point is known as circle. If a point moves in such a way that the distance of the moving point from a fixed point remains same, then the path traced out by the moving point is known as circle. Suppose O be a fixed point, and a point moves in such a way that the distance of this moving point from the fixed point remains same. So, the distance of moving point from this fixed point remains same. Then the path traced out by the moving point is known as circle. Listen again. A point moves in such a way that the distance of that moving point from a fixed point remains same, then the path traced out by the moving point is known as circle. Okay, this is definition of circle. Now related terms. Okay. Before that, the notation how to denote a circle in short. This distance is known as radius. O is center of the circle. We denote a circle in this way: circle with center O and radius R. C for circle with center O and radius R. This is notation. Now come to the related terms. Radius. Radius. A line segment joining the center and a point on the circle is called its radius. Okay? A line segment joining the center and a point on the circle is known as radius. Circle, center, you will join a line from center to a point on the circle known as radius. One thing more, a circle divides a plane into three regions, three parts. If we draw a circle on a plane, okay, so this circle divides the plane into three parts: exterior of the circle, interior, and a point on circle opposite. So point P, that is exterior of the circle. Point Q, suppose interior of the circle, and circle. So there are three parts. If you draw a circle on a plane, exterior, interior, and the circle. So line joining center to any point on the circle is known as radius. Circumference. Length of boundary of a circle is known as circumference. Length of boundary or perimeter of a circle is known as circumference. The circumference of circle equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi r. Then chord. A chord of a circle is a line segment joining any 2 points on the circle. Chord of a circle is what? A line segment joining any 2 points on the circle. Circle is there, suppose, and take 2 points on the circle A and B. If we join the points on the circle, 2 points on the circle, we get a line segment that is known as chord. Okay? Chord. Thereafter, diameter. Diameter a diameter is a chord of a circle passing through the center of the circle. If chord of a circle passes through center of the circle, known as diameter. Center. If a chord passes through center, known as diameter. And diameter is the longest chord. Okay. Diameter is the longest chord also. You keep in your mind. Secant. A line which intersects a circle in 2 distinct points is called a secant of a circle. If a line intersects a circle at 2 distinct different points, circle, if we draw a line intersecting circle at 2 points M and N, then this line is known as secant of a circle. Okay. Thereafter, tangent. Tangent, a line that intersects the circle in exact 1 point, is called a tangent to the circle. If a line intersects or touches a circle at a point, known as tangent. Circle. A line touches or intersects circle at a point. Suppose AB, known as tangent to the circle. Means AB is a tangent to a circle with center O. And this common point of circle and tangent is known as point of contact. This point P known as point of contact. Common point of tangent and circle is known as point of contact. Okay. So difference between secant and tangent. Secant is a line intersecting a circle at 2 points, 2 distinct points. Tangent means a line intersects a circle at 1 point only. Okay, there is a difference. Secant intersects 2 points to a circle, and tangent intersects a circle at 1 point, known as tangent. So this is a basic difference between secant and tangent. concentric circles. Concentric circles. If two or more circles drawn with same center and different radii known as concentric circles. If two or more circles drawn with same center and different radii known as concentric circles. Okay, center is O. Taking O as center and different radii. If we draw two or more circles known as concentric circles. Okay, O is the center of all the circles. Radii are different. So two or more circles, if you draw with same center and different radii, then circles are known as concentric circles. Thereafter, arc of a circle. Arc of a circle. A continuous piece of a circle is called an arc of the circle. Means part of circumference of a circle or part of circle is known as arc. Circle, take 2 points on the circle. Okay, AB. So this AB, this curve, part of circle is known as arc. Smaller one is known as minor arc. Minor arc, and this bigger one is known as major arc. Minor arc and major arc. So part of circumference of a circle is known as arc. Okay, smaller one is minor arc and bigger one is major arc. Degree measure of an arc. Degree measure of an arc. Okay, circle, center, take 2 points A and B, join OA, OB to one angle formed opposite to arc, minor arc AB. Okay, so angle subtended by minor arc AB at center is known as degree measure of arc. Degree measure of arc means if we join center to end of the arc, we get a central angle AOB. Okay, so this angle is known as degree measure of arc. An angle opposite to arc at center, or in other words we can say that angle subtended by arc at the center is known as degree measure of arc. Degree measure of minor arc AB. Okay, this is symbol of arc. Minor arc AB is equal to angle AOB. In short, you can also write degree measure denoted by M, bracket means of minor arc AB is angle AOB. Okay, so degree measure denoted by M, bracket means of minor arc, you have to mention minor or major arc, that is that central angle AOB. Similarly, degree measure of major arc, and we can say degree measure of Measure arc AB to this angle. You have to mention reflex angle AOB. Okay. Reflex angle AOB is reflex angle. Angle subtended by major arc at center always be reflex angle, means more than 180 degree. Okay. So degree measure of major arc, that is the central angle, reflex angle AOB. Now come to next. Semicircle. Okay, diameter divides a circle into two equal arcs known as semicircle. Diameter divides a circle into two equal arcs known as semicircles. Circle. If you draw a diameter, okay, then we get two arcs. Suppose C, D. We get two arcs, arc ACB and arc ADB. Both are equal, known as semicircles. Are semicircle. In other words, we can say that diameter divides a circle into two semicircles. So in this way, we can say that there are three types of arcs: minor arc, major arc, and semicircle. Types of arcs. Okay, minor arc, major arc, and semicircle. Angle subtended by minor arc at the center always less than 180 degree. Angle subtended by major arc at the center always more than 180 degree. And angle subtended by semicircle at the center always 180 degree. Isn't it? Angle subtended by minor arc at the center always less than 180 degree. Angle subtended by major arc at the center always more than 180 degree, and angle subtended by semicircle at the center always 180 degree. Keep in your mind. Now thereafter, segment. Segment of a circle. Segment of a circle. The part of circular region bounded by an arc and a chord, including the arc and chord, is called segment of the circle. Nothing is a chord divides a circle into two parts or region known as segment. Suppose AB be a chord, divides a circle into two parts known as segment. The smaller one is known as minor segment, bigger one is known as major segment. Minor segment and major segment. Okay, the part of the circular region bounded by an arc and a chord, including the arc and chord, is called segment of the circle. Okay. In other words, we can say that a chord divides a circle into two parts known as segments. Sector of a circle. Okay. Region bounded by two radii of a circle. Region bounded by two radii of a circle. Draw two radii. Radius is singular and radii is plural. Okay, we get two regions. One is this and another one is bigger. So this region is known as sector. Smaller one is known as minor sector. Minor sector, major, bigger one is major sector. Okay, so region bounded by two radii of a circle is known as sectors. The smaller one is minor sector and bigger one is major sectors. Quadrant of a circle. Quadrant of a circle. Okay. 1/4 of a circle is known as quadrant. Means if two diameters are perpendicular to each other, then circle is divided into 4 equal regions known as quadrant, isn't it? If two diameters of a circle are perpendicular to each other, then it divides the circle into 4 equal regions or 4 equal sectors known as quadrant. Means 1/4 of a circle is known as quadrant. 1/4. There are 4 parts. 1/4 of circle is known as quadrant. Congruent circles means if two circles having same radii known as congruent circles. Two circles having same radii known as congruent circles. Clear? So these are the terms related to circles. You have to go through all the terms and you have to write all the terms in your classwork copy and learn it, and thereafter you have to do the exercise, that is introductory exercise 10.1. Exercise 10.1. Okay. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1 first. Okay, open your NCERT book, exercise 10.1, introductory exercise, concerned with all important terms. Let's see. The center of a circle lies dash of the circle, exterior or interior. The center of a circle lies in dash of circle. The center is inside the circle or outside the circle? Inside or interior? Okay, second, a point whose diameter from center, a point whose distance from center of a circle is greater than radius lie in dash of the circle. A point whose distance from center of a circle is greater than its radius lies in dash of the circle. Okay, circle. Here is not given, it is for understandability. Okay, radius suppose 3 centimeter. Okay, a point which is 5 centimeter away from the center. If we join this, which is interior the circle or exterior the circle. So very simple. If a point whose distance from center is more than radius, then definitely that point must be outside the circle. So it is exterior. Third, the longest chord of a circle is a dash of the circle. The longest chord of a circle is dash of the circle. Longest chord is what? Diameter. Diameter. Okay. Next, fourth. An arc is a dash when its ends are the ends of a diameter. An arc is a dash when its ends are the ends of diameter. Okay. Diameter because of a center. And if you draw an arc whose ends are the ends of diameter, then it is known as semicircle. Semicircle. Next, segment of a circle is a region between an arc and dash of circle. Segment of a circle is a region between an arc and dash of circle. Segment of a circle is the region between an arc and dash of the circle. Arc and chord of the circle. Okay, the region between arc and chord of a circle known as segment. So chord, a chord. Sixth, a circle divides the plane on which it lies in dash parts. A circle divides the plane on which it lies in dash parts. I said a circle divides a plane in how many parts? 3 parts. Exterior, interior and on the circle. So 3 parts. Okay, and thereafter true false all are we have done. Let's see question number 2. Write true or false. A line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is radius of the circle. Question number 2. A line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is radius of the circle. The definition of the radius. Line joining center to any point on the circle is known as radius. So true. Second, a circle has only finite number of equal chords. A circle has only finite number of equal chords. Okay, finite means we know how many equal chords you can draw in a circle. Okay, it's not possible. Suppose one chord is AB of length 4 centimeter, another chord you can draw here CD. Suppose it is also 4 centimeter, another you can draw here. So how many chords you can draw? Finite or infinite? Infinite. So true and false. A circle has only finite number of equal chords. It is false. In this way you can draw infinite equal chords. Okay. Number 3. If a circle is divided into 3 equal arcs, each is major arc. if a circle is divided into 3 equal arcs, each is major arc. You know angle subtended by major arc at center always more than 180 degree, isn't it? If 3 equal chords drawn in a circle, then how can each is major arc? Okay, because angle subtended by major arc at center is 180 degree, more than 180 degree. Okay, so 3 arcs subtended angle at center more than 180 degree means 180 into 3 540, more than 540 degree. It's not possible. Okay, so if a circle is divided into 3 equal arcs, each is major arc, it is false. In place of major, if it is written minor arc, then it can be possible. So third is false. Fourth, a chord of a circle which is twice as long as radius is diameter of the circle. Diameter is double of radius, everybody knows. So same thing is given, a chord of a circle which is twice as long as its radius is a diameter of circle, it is true. Fifth, sector is a region between chord and its corresponding arcs. Wrong. Sector is a region between chord and corresponding arc. It is wrong. Actually, sector is a region between two radii and the corresponding arc. Two radii and corresponding arc. Okay, radii, these two are radii and this corresponding arc. The region bounded by this is known as sector, and segment is a region between chord and corresponding arc, isn't it? So questions number 2, fifth, sector is a region between the chord and its corresponding arc, that is false. Sixth, a circle is a plane figure. So every geometrical figure is a plane figure. It's true. Circle is a plane figure. Okay. So exercise 10.1, that is introductory exercise. First of all, you have to go through all the terms related to circles, and definition of circle also you have to write in your classwork copy, and all the terms, and then you have to start exercise. So your homework all important terms related to circles and exercise 10.1. Okay, that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.